If you're running a field service business in 2026, your dispatch board can look organized and still be costing you jobs. That's the part most people miss, because the board itself is not the strategy. The board is just where the decisions show up. If the rules behind the board are wrong, you're going to send the wrong tech, waste drive time, miss windows, create callbacks, and make your dispatcher rebuild the day over and over again. So in this video, I'm going to go through 5 dispatch boards mistakes that cost contractors jobs. And at the end, I'll give you the simple way to audit your own board. The first mistake is dispatching by availability. This is the big one. A lot of offices look at the board, find the open tech, and assign the job. And honestly, when you're small, that can work. But as soon as your work gets more complex, availability is not enough. For example, the available tech might be open because he's not the best person for that job. Maybe the call needs a senior HVAC tech. Maybe the plumbing job needs a camera. Maybe the electrical job needs someone comfortable with panels. Maybe the garage door job needs a tech who can handle torsion springs and an opener upsell. So if the only rule is who is free, the board is going to lie to you. For simple availability dispatch, a basic calendar can win. But for serious dispatch, availability only loses. The second mistake is dispatching by nearest tech. Nearest tech sounds smart because it feels efficient. And yes, routing matters. If 2 techs are equal, send the closer one. But they're not always equal. Let's say the nearest tech is 10 minutes away, but the better tech is 25 minutes away. If the nearest tech creates a callback, misses a sale opportunity, or needs help with the sale opportunity, you did not save 15 minutes. You created a bigger problem. For routing only work, route optimization wins. But for jobs where skill and job fit matter, nearest tech dispatch lose. The third mistake is ignoring equipment and truck inventory. This one is painful because it feels so basic, but it happens all the time. The job is assigned correctly on paper, then the tech gets there and does not have the part, tool, machine, camera, ladder, lift, filter, or opener, or whatever the job actually needs. For me personally, this is one of those dispatch mistakes that makes the customer think your whole company is disorganized, even if the office was trying hard. The customer does not care that the board looked clean, they cared the fetch showed up and could not finish the job. So for equipment-aware dispatch, the winner is whatever system actually connects job type, truck capability, and tech assignment. A plain calendar does not win here. The fourth mistake is treating every job type the same. A maintenance visit, an emergency call, a sales estimate, a callback, a warranty job. A maintenance visit, an emergency call, a sales estimate, a callback, a warranty job, and an install should not move through the board the same way. They have different urgency, different tech fit, different revenues, value, and different risk. For example, if you treat a callback like a normal job, you might not protect the customer relationship. If you treat an emergency like a normal route stop, you might lose the job completely. So for job type aware dispatch, ServiceTitan and FieldEdge are strong traditional options because they're built around more serious trade operation. But if you need AI to weigh those rules together, FieldCamp wins. The fifth mistake is having no redispatch rule. This is where the day breaks. The morning looks fine, then a job runs long, a tech calls out, a customer cancels, an emergency comes in, or an install needs a second person, and suddenly the board is wrong. Most companies handle this by putting the dispatcher under pressure. The dispatcher stares at the board, starts dragging jobs around, texts 3 techs, calls 2 customers, and hopes the day survives. That is not a system, that is just stress. A good dispatch system should have rules for what happens when the day changes. Which jobs can move, which customers need a call, which tech can take overflow, which jobs require the same skill, which time windows cannot be touched. That is where AI dispatch becomes useful, because the software can help reason through the change instead of making one person carry the whole decision. So for redispatch and constraint matching, FieldCamp AI Dispatcher wins this category. Now let's talk about what to do with all of this. Open your dispatch boards and ask 5 questions. Are we assigning by availability or by fit? Are we overvaluing the nearest tech? Do we know what equipment each job needs? Do we treat job types differently? And do we have a rule for what happens when the day changes? If the answer is no to most of those, your dispatch board is not really a dispatch system yet. It is a calendar with pressure on top of it. So here's my verdict. Jobber and Housecall Pro can be totally fine if the business is small and the dispatch decisions are simple. Workiz can be strong when calls, booking, and communication are the center of the workflow. ServiceTitan and FieldEdge are better when you need a serious dispatch board and traditional trade depth. But when your board keeps breaking because the decision has too many constraints, FieldCamp AI Dispatcher is one I will look at. The goal is not to make the board look pretty. The goal is to send the right person with the right equipment to the right job at the right time, and then recover when the day changes. If you want to audit your dispatch board against that, go to fieldcamp.ai/AI Dispatcher and compare your rules. I hope you got something out of this. Be safe out there, and I'll see you in the